Oh, we are live.
We are live.
Yes, we are live.
Okay.
Niraj sir, what is happening?
क्या हो रहा है?
सेंसेक्स 500 पॉइंट से ज्यादा गिर गया.
अरे यार 0.7% है यार ये. This can happen any day. जब
Blood bath. करने नहीं अभी.
कुछ नहीं है. It's just such a normal for the markets to go up.
Yeah. At the end of the week, that was.
And volatility at 15-month lows. भी वहाँ से थोड़ा तो ऊपर जाएगा, market थोड़ा नीचे आएगा. ठीक है.
बराबर.
11.5 weeks बहुत नीचे है भाई.
वही तो बोल रहा हूँ यार, क्या है. And Nifty 100 is down 0.66%. मतलब सोचो ना यार, अभी small cap is down 0.5%. 0.5% can happen any given day.
बिल्कुल सही.
ठीक है.
But yeah, this shift which has happened, there was a support at 25,000 और 24,900 हो गया. तो स्लाइटली नीचे है. वो बैंक्स की वजह से है. बैंक से याद है ये
भी है ना, ये सब सपोर्ट. मतलब this is so at 26,000 or 25,500, 25,600, right? Oh, the immediate support is 25,500. और 25,500. अच्छा अभी 25,300 देखने का. 25,300 है. अच्छा 25,100 देखो. 25,000 आया. अच्छा अभी 24,800 देखो. क्या फायदा है ये कॉन्वर्सेशन का यार? Unless you are day trading, which most of our viewers are not, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, what? ठीक है. It doesn't matter. Focus on.
But you know, I was just looking at the earnings which was coming in, and between market close today and Monday, you have 4 companies Nifty earnings coming in, accounting for nearly 32% of Nifty's weight.
एक है Reliance, दूसरा
Reliance है,
HDFC,
ICICI, JSW Steel.
JSW
और
Steel has.
JSW is the smallest one.
It's the smallest one.
एक तो टका
But
होगा.
32% है ना, चारों मिला के. So that is it. But banks से हमको पूछना है एक्सिस के बारे में आज विशी से.
मैं आज से छुप रहा हूँ एक्चुअली बिकॉज उसके पहले मैंने उसको आई हैड रैंक्ड एक्सिस बैंक हायर देन कोटक को कल से याद दिला रहा है मेरे को. So the results were a big dampener. It's so bad. It's like in the sense I'm just trying to grasp what happened, right? Like yesterday when the numbers came.
आपको फिर समझ में आया क्या?
तो वो वही बताता हूँ मैं क्या हुआ क्या. Exactly. So their profit is down some 4% year on year. ठीक है. ROA has had a hit. ROE has had a hit. Gross NPA shot up 29 bips. Slippages are incredibly high at 8,200 crore. I was just doing some numbers. The last time they were so bad was in June 2021, which is the peak of the COVID crisis. June of 2021, when we were hit with the second wave, and which was resulting in deaths of people, right? So that was like a big hit. So since then, this is the largest. That's a very big, sharp rise in slippages that has happened. Now, this is what the management is saying, कि हम लोगों ने कुछ policy में changes किए हैं. The policy that we've changed is with respect to cash credit accounts, with respect to overdue, overdraft accounts, and with respect to one-time settlements. So the way we used to classify these accounts is NPA, and then the way we used to upgrade these accounts from NPA to standard, we have changed that, because of which, and we have applied that change to historical book. And since the beginning till now, whatever loans we have at this point in time on our book alive, we have applied it to all, which means that accounts which would have in the past gotten upgraded to standard would have gone back to NPA. And then fresh accounts jo bhi hai, wo to ja hi rahe hain. So because of this, you've had this big shift in the NPA number. Gross slippages, 8,200 crore for Q1. Incredible number. They say that if you remove the technical impact wala whatever part, then it's only 5,491 crore. But what they don't mention is that the last time this number was there was September of 2021.
Well, what is this technical part wala? Sorry.
Yeah, so as I was explaining, the changes in the policy.
Changes in the policy.
So they're calling it a technical impact.
That is what they're calling.
That is what they're referring to as technical impact. Whatever.
And not led by RBI.
Yeah, so that is a clarification that the management gave, that this is not because the RBI told us to do it. We did it on our own. They are claiming that we are the most prudent bank on the street. Now, this is not a real metric. Nobody tracks prudence of individual banks. किसी के पास ये numbers नहीं है. वो लोग बोल रहे हैं, हम लोग we will say that this is what Axis Bank is saying. उसके ऊपर I don't want to get into whether they're right or wrong or not. I don't. That is not relevant actually. But the problem here is this has got nothing to do with, say, expected credit loss norms, which would have otherwise shot up NPAs and provision. This has nothing to do with any of the stress in the book currently, at least that is what they're claiming. कि ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारे बुक में वीक अकाउंट से उसकी वजह से हुआ है, ऐसा नहीं है. हमने टाइटन कर दिया है, तो obviously not everybody passes that mark.
टाइटन इसलिए किया क्योंकि हमने वीक डिस्पर्सल.
अब वो बोल नहीं रहे. That they're not
वही है
saying.
ना, ऐसे ही होता है ना टाइटन.
They're saying that we did a industry benchmarking of our processes.
With who?
इंडस्ट्री बेंचमार्क. तो पूरे इंडस्ट्री में जो चल रहा है,
बेंचमार्क करके बताते हैं कि ऐसे करना होता है.
इंडिविजुअल बैंक्स में ये मैंने जिंदगी में पहली बार सुना है कि अ बैंक इज सेइंग दैट आई हैव बेंचमार्क्ड माय सेल्फ टू द रेस्ट ऑफ द इंडस्ट्री ऑन माय इंटरनल प्रोसेसेस. हाउ दैट वर्क्स आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड. उसको कैसे मालूम है दूसरे बैंक में क्या इंटरनल प्रोसेस चल रहा है? एनीवे दैट इज नॉट रेलेवेंट, बट द पॉइंट बीइंग दैट दे आर क्लेमिंग दैट दिस इज द.
सवाल का जवाब दो, अमिताभ का कितना टेन्योर बचा है?
अभी तो है ना टाइम उसको, आई थिंक 26 तक है. आई थिंक
1 साल का.
हां 1 साल बचा है उसके टाइम.
मतलब अभी वो जाएगा
नहीं, पर वैसे भी 3 एक्सटेंशन हो गया ना, सो नाउ यू कांट गेट इट फॉर फोर्थ एक्सटेंशन.
किचन सिंकिंग पहले जाने से पहले करके जा रहा है
वो मेरे को पता नहीं है अभी. किचन सिंकिंग
वो कभी कोई नहीं.
अगर इफ दिस वाज अ किचन सिंकिंग एक्सरसाइज, honestly that actually makes the bank look much better, because it's not इतना incredibly high as one would have expected in a kitchen sinking exercise. मतलब kitchen sinking exercise में your NPA would go from 1.27 to straight 3%, 3.5%, which it hasn't.
Vishi, why would this be happening?
So, okay, a couple of things. They've been one of the few lenders who have been repeatedly saying, and I'll get into details why this is relevant. They have been repeatedly saying that we have seen stress on retail, and we continue to see that stress in retail. This is the first quarter where they've said, okay, things have now stabilized. Now it's likely to improve. So the 8,200 crore number that I'm referring to, उसमें से majority 7,500 crore is only coming from the retail book. और retail book के अंदर जो भी overdraft, OTS, one time settlement या cash credit accounts जो भी रहेंगे. When they say retail, I mean it's not individuals like you, it means also small businesses,
right?
हाँ, छोटे
so that could be happening because their processes are not up to the mark to assess the quality of the borrower, right?
I mean, so
yeah, exactly.
Whether it's up to the mark or not is a question. So that is something that I'm trying to answer. There's a story coming at 5 p.m. Please read on our website. But
no, I'm asking. I don't have an opinion.
I am saying that, what I'm saying is that we don't know enough to say कि इधर अच्छा नहीं था.
But और क्या reason हो सकता है? कोई भी lender के लिए और क्या reason हो सकता है?
Mainly, what historically has happened with banks is whenever they have these problems, whenever they have this sudden spike in NPAs, which was unexpected, they claim that in the March quarter they had given fair warning कि हम लोग ये करने वाले हैं Q1 में, हम लोग करेंगे.
आपने कहीं सुना था?
कॉल पे बोला था,
लेकिन
पासिंग में. Reason historically सिर्फ यही हुआ है कि हाँ आपके processes are not that great, or that there has been some systemic change which is causing it, which hasn't happened.
All the banks.
Which hasn't happened anywhere. So. Yeah.
So you're talking about OD limits, you're talking about credits to SMEs. All of them, if I'm not wrong, every bank and including Axis Bank has security cover for those.
Yes. So in this, they're claiming that 80% of these loans are 100% secured. Security cover. So yeah,
100% security cover,
which means that their recoverability is high, is what they are claiming. Now there are a few things. So if you were to look at how the RBI classifies these things, and I'll run past this very quickly. OTS mein, what they say is that OTS mein, what they say is that if your NPA is a doubtful or loss account, I'll explain what these two things are. Doubtful accounts are basically 12 months plus NPA जिनका हो चुका है. Loss accounts is where the bank is expecting no recovery. So if it is in one of these two categories, then you need to do what the bank is doing right now, which is that you cannot upgrade the account till you have received the full payment. Right? Is this a tacit admission that these loans are already doubtful or lost?
So basically they were evergreening them.
अभी वो पता नहीं. So evergreening is a criminal charge. I don't want to levy that against a bank.
I'm trying to figure out that if I am an OD, I have an OD with Axis Bank, and Axis Bank, and I default on one month. Then I go to second month, then it becomes SMA2 or something, right?
No, yeah. So for
then SMA
between 0 and 30 is SMA0, 30 to 60 is SMA1,
and then
SMA2,
which is an NPA.
Yeah, no, SMA2 60 to 90.
90
After SMA2, it's NPA.
90. Now, ये सब you have found the first trigger of saying that, okay, there's a stress coming into a loan in the first month.
Correct.
Then you're trying to do an advance OTS or something, saying that तुम इसको
close करो हम लोग
इतने में 80% में हम सेटल करते हैं या 70% में सेटल करते हैं, ये करते हैं
बराबर.
That's technically wrong, right? In that sense.
I mean, so the problem is that you'll put a lot of pressure on your borrowers. Once they're classified as NPA on one account, all of their accounts become NPA, which is a big problem. So if there is a cash flow issue and for the time being, aapka OD overdue ho gaya hai, it becomes a problem for them. So what that prompts is that it brings into more focus more accounts that might be under some stress. So yeah, there are some issues with this. Now, just for reference, RBI has not asked them to do this, right? That's something that they're claiming outright.
They're claiming RBI से हमें मालूम
Yes,
नहीं है.
RBI से हमें मालूम नहीं है. But दूसरी बात ये भी है कि there is a reason why RBI doesn't do that, because after a point in time you can't just keep calling someone NPA. It creates systemic issues. So that's why they're like, okay, these are the parameters. As long as the loan is meeting these parameters as NPA, उससे नीचे आ गया तो it is standard.
But they're bound to answer to the RBI, right? I mean, what is this thing you've done to understand? RBI
Yeah, so I want to know what I want to know
this?
is if RBI has reached out to them to try and understand why they are doing this and what is the purpose of doing this and whether the bank has explained it or not. As of now, नहीं, क्योंकि अभी कल रात को disclose किया है सब कुछ. तो hopefully in the next few days RBI will try and find out क्या चल रहा है.
And we hope that ICICI Bank and HDFC will not have this kind of thing.
No, so NPA problems will not likely happen at HDFC and ICICI because this is a process that started in February, March, which only Axis Bank had said at that point in time when the March quarter results were announced that we have been doing this process. So I don't think you can't do it overnight, is my point.
But no systemic issue here.
They are claiming this. I don't know enough to say it. So I will reserve my judgment till I know enough.
Because I heard, I think Hersh was telling yesterday at analyst call 45 minutes they were just explaining what is this technical.
Yeah, because every single analyst was repeatedly coming. मैं भी सुना पूरा 1 hour 15 minutes का call था. 75% of the time people were just asking this one question: what the hell is this technical impact? Why are you doing this now? What is the purpose of doing this? As in, you did this and then what, right? आपके result में hit आया और कुछ नहीं हुआ.
Is it a one quarter thing or is it?
They are claiming that now that they've covered the whole stock, so the flow will be lesser. That is what Axis Bank is claiming on its part.
And that's down.
अभी stock कितने पे है Axis?
Axis तो वो नीचे है 4% होगा.
4% ही था सुबह से वही चल रहा है.
हाँ. पर अभी वो आएगा मतलब you can see the Nifty bank is down almost 1%. Simple as it. But what do you see for ICICI and HDFC?
So NIM compression was the other thing that happened at Axis, and I'm expecting that to repeat itself at ICICI and HDFC.
But that's something which we were supposed to see for most of the banks.
Yes, because the rate cut is coming.
5 to 10 bits.
In Axis Bank's case, the problem is that a majority of the book is floating. So it's linked to the repo. So it immediately transmits, right? But the deposits don't get repriced as fast. So you start seeing compression
coming.
Yeah.
But ICICI Bank also is like that?
No, ICICI and HDFC actually have a lower ratio, in the sense comparatively lower ratio. It's still higher because 2019 say all fresh retail loans are only EBLR. Linked to the repo rate basically. Yeah. So
what's your take, sir? Banks, man? And suddenly this has spoiled. Banks are supposed to be the defensive in this market, and suddenly this is creating some issue.
Yeah, Axis is a separate case in point, but otherwise banks will see NIM compression. ये तो चलो
पता ही है. मालूम था. हाँ, वो 5 to 10 bips तो सब factor in कर रहे थे, right? But this surprises are something which is
Axis guy. Let's see the others come out with the same thing or not. Hopefully not.
I mean, we saw
IT की बात करो. 15 मिनट आपने banks कर ली. मंदी में हुआ.
अभी IT में क्या चल रहा है?
IT में क्या चल रहा है बताओ?
अरे green में index.
विप्रो रिजल्ट्स
एक विप्रो की वजह से ग्रीन में
देखो भाई फिलहाल तिनके को डूबते को तिनके का सहारा काफी है.
But I think LTI
index was down.
LTI Mindtree also is good, actually good numbers that came in for
Wipro commentary is good. Yeah,
no, Wipro commentary is good.
Deal wins are good.
Okay, I'm 1 minute away from leaving, so मेरा 15 मिनट खत्म हो रहा है.
Wipro has BFSI clients.
कोई नहीं कर रहा बिजनेस.
You bounce, but we see Monday we should actually what we should do is instead of between you and Hersh should be here on Bulls Bear and Banter, and between me and Sajeet, one of us will not be here because I think Monday we should do an extensive piece on what the 3 largest banks come and what it means. The small interesting wish before you leave, right? On NBFCs, a lot of smaller NBFCs are getting capital.
Correct.
This Ugro did a QIP. Yeah.
Indostar sold.
Indostar ने कुछ बेच दिया, उसको पैसा मिला.
Home loan business बेचा.
और एक और दो छोटे में ऐसे कुछ था. So a lot of small ones are getting capital.
Yeah. So
small को छोड़ो, SBI 1 लाख करोड़ के ऊपर डिमांड.
वो तो बड़ा
1.25 लाख करोड़. हाँ, but SBI को नहीं मिलेगा, किसको मिलेगा?
बैंक है. मैं NBFC वापस आप बैंक पे घूम गए.
Financials में
कितने
demand
बंदी में आप banks में?
नहीं, so I
Small
think
NBFCs.
with NBFCs the thing is the general trend is changing because once the rate cut happens, they grow much faster than the banks, right? So therefore there is a expectation. Even though Indostar's thing is a sale, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know how it features into growth prospects.
Cool. 12:31.
Chalo, thank you so much.
Yes, thanks, Vishu.
Thank
for
you.
I
being
will
here.
leave you.
But ID, finally you see some kind of.
No, I have no idea. Management को नहीं पता है, clients को नहीं पता, अपने को कहाँ पता है? मतलब
मैनेजमेंट बोलता है ऑर्डर मिला है पर मैं स्टार्ट नहीं कर सकता है और अगले 2 क्वार्टर तक स्टार्ट ही नहीं करूंगा.
फाइट है. well, इस पे यार you play the valuations and as somebody was telling the other day यार कि the businesses with decent cash flows dividend pay कर रहे हैं, so now people are buying for that. If the
Yield is around 4%, 3.5% you buying.
ले लो, कुछ नहीं तो 4% डिविडेंड
मिलेगा.
और अगर साइकिल रिवर्स हो गया तो जो पैसा मिला वो पैसा मिला.
Simple. But you liked Wipro numbers?
I thought it was okay.
Means the commentary was positive in that sense, but it followed the other 3 years as well, right? Means TCS and HCL they were talking about.
HCL was mixed, right?
Mixed.
I thought HCL was rather mixed.
No, they also had a good TCV.
Banks are done. No banks.
So can I?
No. Just saying. Viewers बोलेंगे भाई बस करो. Sajeet was behind banks.
अरे
Throughout
पर
the show.
सबसे ज्यादा क्वेश्चन बैंक्स में है आज.
वही होगा ना सर. मंडे को भी.
Monday we have decided that Hersh and Vishy will be a part of the show. One of us will sit out.
No.
No, we should.
Let's
try
not
and do
make
an
this tricky.
तो विशी इसलिए भागा क्योंकि उसने बोला उसके लिए एक्सेस वाज अबाव कोटक.
Yeah, that I already spoke to him yesterday on the live only.
He said
Right? On television only I asked him, Vishy, you owe me more than a coffee for this because this is not coffee. This is not coffee material. This is like.
Yeah, but a lot of other things are interesting. Now, somebody put out a tweet yesterday, and I must admit that, right? But somebody put out a tweet, tagging me, that ever since NDTV Profit started hyping up defense after the defense minister's interview and all, the sector is down, and therefore be careful. So, so is that true? Yes, it is. That from that point of time, the returns haven't been great.
And we have always said that you look for a 5-year thing, right?
No, but the limited point is this. What is our role as journalists in media? We are not out here to make recommendations. We are out here to cover the story. And if the story at that point of time was that because of Operation Sindoor, defense firms have a proof of concept and there are order flows coming in, we get the defense secretary, we get the companies to understand about that. We are not out here to tell you that, oh, this sector is in vogue and therefore you should buy it. We get guests to do that. And if you feel that the guest commentary is positive or if you believe in that commentary, you go out and take that action. So is that tweet correct? Yes, 100% correct. All right. Have we overhyped? I don't know. We are trying to get companies as and when. So if, for example, viewers, here's the limited point, not just on behalf of NDTV Profit, but every media organization, right? Television channel. Agar HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank, if there is some problem, khuda na khasta, Monday we will go overboard with that because that's our job. We have to try and dissect what's happening. I mean, that's what we do. So, and I'm not here out here to try and defend. Okay, but I agree that the tweet was right. Yeah, we went over on Tesla because there was a news that day.
Exactly.
I mean, we are doing 8 hours of live programming. Plus, we have to do it. So, I'm sorry, but
I don't know कितना Tesla बिकेगा इंडिया में, but we did 8 hours of programming.
Yeah, not on Tesla alone, but we showed Tesla.
On EV cars.
And I'm not defending ourselves here.
I mean, And if I just show you the quantum of data which is there in my Axis Bank slug, I don't know if either of you are, you can fill 8 hours of 8 hours of programming. Niraj sir always complains, but you can fill 8 hours of programming.
No, so defense is down, and that's a point to consider.
The defense is down 1.5%, right? Today,
last few days, defense has gone off the boil, and which is fine. The valuations started to look a bit stretched. The sector will come off a little bit, which is fine. Sorry, I'm once again repeating, I'm not defending ourselves out here, okay? I'm just saying that we do the programming on the back of what is the story at that point of time. Today, today banking is the story. By the way, the other interesting piece on a couple of stocks before we take questions, Clean Science is down 8% because the promoter stake goes down significantly based on the proposed action. Sterling Wilson Solar, despite great numbers, is down because, to my mind, order flow has dipped to 800 crores from 2,000 crores YOY, 1,300 crores QOQ. So order inflow is taking a hit. And then, of course, there is some skepticism around solar, etc. and stuff like that. Valor Estate is down because of the demerger of the hotel business. So keep that in mind. So a lot of stocks. Real estate is down today. AB Real Estate, Suntech, etc. The Mumbai-based players are correcting today. So that's
so defense is down 7.6% in July itself.
So yes, and it coincides. The tweet is not wrong. Ever since that interview happened, management started coming and talking about it. The sector is down. That's the call. Then
but that's a cycle for a stock.
No, but that's a call that the investor is to take.
And the defense sector came to us first and gave us the best insights, I believe. So I mean, you have to. It's basis available information. What action you take is obviously on you. And this show, this forum, we try to give you the honest truth. I mean, so while our job as journalists is to cover it, but at the end of it, on this show, though, we are trying to give the best we can. Just the banter.
And we look at long term, and we're not talking about short terms, which is there.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
Sir, let's take the questions, I think.
Yeah, please take the questions.
There are lots of questions on...
Persistent is up 2%, by the way. Interesting. GMDC is up 6%. So there are some stocks which are doing well.
Do a rapid fire. Ramesh K. Sir, your view on Tata Motors short-term holding.
Short-term, pata nahi. Long-term, they are waiting for the demerger. I think that's what will probably help them. But just keep an eye out, guys. That auto ER&D companies have said that order books are coming back. Is it that the non-Chinese players are now starting to invest again? Are they seeing something that is not evident right now? Remains the question.
There's a question which comes immediately after that on ER&D companies, basically.
Okay.
Simple as that.
What do you think?
I think they're talking about Tata Elxsi numbers been bad in this quarter. Do you think it's going to come back in some way?
But so Elxsi jane do, but Tata Tech, decent commentary. KPIT forewarned. I would love to listen to that commentary because that's pure play auto. LTTS commentary not too bad either.
Yeah.
And numbers also were okay. So,
numbers were not so great, but this.
Some articles did well for LTTS. And then research not padha tha.
Tech Note, Tech Mahindra. They also have a little bit of auto.
But Tech Mahindra, a lot of people, the notes that I read seem to suggest that they are now. It's a stretch for them to try and do what the management has been saying that they will do.
By FY27.
By the way, I must tell you one more thing, guys. Today was exceptional for me in that perspective. And here's a giant company, Tata Communications, right? And Kabir Shakir, the CFO of the company, coming and saying that, no, the numbers that we've given is not guidance. It's the indicative guardrail. And if we give that number, okay, this is what we aspire to reach, we'll make an attempt to do that. So then I asked him that, therefore, when you had said that you might do 28,000 crores of revenue, or margins would be 23 to 25%, right? Is that guidance, or is it an indication that we hope we'll go there, but it's not a formal guidance? He said, no, it's not a formal guidance. And he said, okay, now I've been telling the analyst community as well that in a world as volatile as it is right now, how can a company give guidance?
So aspirational ho gaya, matlab ye, certainly. What like TCS says, we will look for an aspirational margin of 26 to 28%.
But the only defense that I would give out here is that for any company, like we all talk about it, right? कि हम लोग बोल रहे हैं कि Trump के होते हुए US companies कैसे spending decisions. The same holds true for the rest of the world.
Exactly.
Right? How can? So now when companies are talking about that we'll probably do this or do that, you assign your own estimate. Okay, will they be able to do it? And therefore, at the current valuation, should you buy it or not?
And you should look at
guidance is difficult right now.
And you should look at, because Tata Communication has most of the business is an enterprise business, which is there, right? And globally, if IT is facing an issue with respect to spends and orders and everything, then enterprise business by itself will be a slower business because people will not be taking it. So the pipeline, if you're not going to take the pipeline, there's nothing going to happen, right? So they face the same dilemma like what the IT companies are facing. So he's right in some.
I'm not decrying him. I'm saying he's a guy coming out and saying honestly on national television.
कि कैसे कर सकते हैं?
Because नहीं हो सकता. आप समझो.
Suraj Jain is asking, banks tell a story of overall economy and after Axis Bank provision, is something went wrong with retail loan book or corporate loan or the client
I think we should try and answer this question on Monday. My limited view. I don't know if Hersh agrees. I don't know if you agree. But
we
Monday,
can do that.
I will always disagree. Didn't you see my slug?
No, for the economy, right? It will not be an economy issue. It could be an Axis Bank issue.
It is an Axis Bank.
So yeah, let's wait and see if ICICI Bank and HDFC have
Limited.
issue.
Limited.
So
Forward.
limited.
It is an Axis Bank issue.
Just wait for ICICI and HDFC and then
It's
say.
an Axis Bank issue, sir.
He's making a hypothesis.
He's sticking his neck out.
Yeah.
Chalo.
That's what I'm getting paid to do, sir.
Sadanand Sinha, one of the fantabulous show by NDTV Profit. Kudos to the team. Thank you. Niraj sir, what is happening with Max Finances in relation with insurance business?
Max Financial. Sorry, I wish I can give an answer. I don't. Any of you track that?
वो कुछ merger is off.
Merger is off because insurance.
Can I be very frank? There's very little impact here. I mean, so why get into this? I mean,
you're trying to list the insurance business by merging it with the
yeah.
NBFC,
I mean, even
right?
we got that news that that basically health and life can merge, but it can't. So that's the limited point, and there's very little impact on the business per se.
It's all about the fun is asking about Dixon backward integration for cameras and fingerprint modules
We interviewed them today.
with Chinese JV. When will that affect in the cycle?
Yeah, so we interviewed them today, and Saurabh Gupta was. And by the way, we should try and drop that interview if we can, and you can actually just go onto YouTube and try viewers. By the way, like, subscribe. We forgot to say that.
Yeah,
you can. If there are people tuned in right now, I would urge you guys, please do the like button because it helps us a lot. And it's a good
spreading the show.
Yeah, spreading the show as well. So on Dixon, they said that all of these things are factors to help them grow better in a more defined fashion, backward integrated fashion, because now there was a size and competition is moving up. Very confident about growth even now. And Saurabh Gupta usually kind of calls a spade. So I'm inclined to believe that for now, my question was critical about it, that they would have an issue, but he said, no, should not be an issue.
No, because I think they're getting a majority stake in the Chinese company, right? In that sense. So, QTech.
Yeah.
Himalaya Sharma, love the show. Thank you. We own L&T and data centers and hydrogen and defense of L&T.
Sajeet, you know L&T better than most.
Yeah, L&T. I would like to believe that capex is going up, but I saw a city report. I saw a city report which spoke about the fact that capex has slowed down to 4% in FY25. And that was a sentiment which was there across, right? Last year we were talking private capex coming down. So they removed utilities from the capex, and then I think they looked at 26,000 companies, how companies capex have moved, and they removed then utilities, and it spoke about private capex jumping by only 4%. I hope that comes up, this goes up, and Q1 commentary will give us an idea, because last year was a bad year because of elections and other stuff, and L&T had an issue with respect to, it was back-ended for L&T in that sense. This time I hope it's little front-ended and better. But from a defense, hydrogen is something which they are developing. Data center is what they are going into. These are all initial investments. It's not becoming a big chunk of their revenues immediately, but defense is going to be. And I was talking about it yesterday. I think they have gone into production of wings for LCA Tejas Mark 1A. Now, what does it mean? It's a small thing for them, but it also means that the AMCA project, which has now been opened up to private sector, they can tie up with companies like a Tata Advanced Systems or something, and come as a consortium to bid for the project against HAL. So these are it's a capability kind of thing which is being built, and then because when you go for your technical bid, and you can then show that, okay, we are building it for existing players like an HAL, then we can build it for ourselves as well. So that kind of capability is something which is coming in. It's a long drawn thing. It cannot be done in 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. You have to look at from a 5 to 10 year perspective, how this will AMCA will itself by 2035 or something it will come. But 10 साल का है ये 10 साल पहले अगर आप देखोगे तो L&T used to get a criticism that आपने इतने dockyards बना के रखे हैं, shipyards बना के रखे हैं, it's lying idle. But now those have been used for your submarines and others, which is happening, right? So you have to give that issue with give that benefit of doubt to them in that sense, execution. So they have the capability, but will defense be 20% of the thing? I don't think immediately, but at some point in time, yes.
ये देखा हर्ष, देखा कूट के L&T भरा है, यहाँ से करो L&T निकलेगा, यहाँ पे क्लिक करो
डिफेंस भी निकलेगा Acha.
But that still doesn't mean you go out and buy defense.
Yes. Look at for
Do your own call. Baba.
Call. Look at for commentary which is there. Sadanand Sinha. Sajeet sir, please give a sense of Sona Comstar getting the orders from BYD for EV. Is it no? They haven't confirmed it, right? Means
No.
yesterday they denied.
No.
They denied it.
yesterday,
Yeah.
They've neither confirmed nor denied. They've, if at all you can call it, it's a possible soft confirmation. Possible soft confirmation, but we'll have to wait for it. Yeah.
But do you think that the death of Sanjay Kapoor will have an impact on the way Sona Comstar will play out from now on?
Hopefully not. I mean,
I don't think so. He's been running it very capably since 2019. Sorry, so just
The
to
CEO,
kind of-
the CEO, right?
Yeah, Vivek is superb.
since 2019.
Speedo, any views on NBFC like Mars Financials or Newgen?
We've done a KYC on it on Mass Financial. Stock was up 10%. It's been up 40% since the day of the KYC. You want to look at it.
Yeah, please
price
drop
to
that
book
in
is
the
Doesn't
around.
mean that company KYC पे आएगी तो stock चलेगा.
Correct. But at the same time, had you done your reading post the KYC, maybe a better time. And second is that 2.4 times book. It does a decent ROA number despite that. So I mean, and 25% growth, small NBFC, yeah. So looks good. In their presentation they've given, if I recall right, they've given the last 100 quarters of NPA ratio. And
100 quarters.
Yeah, 100 quarters. ऐसे करके ग्राफ मुझे याद है तो correctly और profitable है all throughout. So maybe something you want to look at for sure.
Newgen Software numbers were
25
bad.
साल का NPA ratio दिया.
Yes. 25 साल का NPA ratio दिया.
Company 25 साल से existence में नहीं?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
It's learning for me as well.
Perfect. Guys, how long?
Newgen Software.
Actually, we are out of time. Frankly.
Yeah, I think
Last
there are
question.
3 questions which are there. Newgen Software,
No idea.
Speedo.
Uh,
Numbers were bad, I think.
Stock नीचे है.
Stock नीचे है.
Sorry, no idea. Honestly.
Yeah.
But someone's welcome Niraj sir back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he's saying welcome back.
यही भूल जाते हो आप यार. बाकी सब करते हो.
Speedo no bola. Hi Niraj, welcome back as you are almost
always out of town. That's what
all.
he said. Almost always you're traveling.
So he's asking for your view on chemical sectors because you track that very well.
Now, we've spoken about this enough number of times that it is promising a lot, but it isn't delivering. So wait for the delivery.
Yeah, हाथी आ रहा वाला चक्कर है.
Better to buy 10% higher. I feel better to buy 10% higher when there's a trend that starts.
And you have any view on GMM Fodler?
No. Again, chemical pharma supplier, but has been sulking. Maybe again out here. They are promising a lot of stuff. They're in the right space and all of that, but let the reversal come in the business.
Do you have anything on SGFC AMC and Anand Rathi?
So nothing in particular. The numbers were quite good.
Yesterday or day before, Somit in the HOS segment said that HDFC, AMC people are buying.
Yes, and it has been. In fact, from 4,000 levels, it's now at 5,200 levels. So we've seen tremendous buying in the size that HDFC AMC is. We've seen tremendous buying, and correctly so, right? It's a capital market play. There's a little bit of anti-cyclicality to it because it's not like a core broker and that kind of a space. And because it's an AMC space, there's some anti-cyclicality to it and therefore warranted. But valuations
capital market play you've been very bullish on.
But valuations are premium, sir. So you have to look at that as well.
By the way,
I'm sure it's above 5-year average.
Plug in something here very quickly.
Please.
You did some
Monday or Tuesday we'll play out the whole show with Ravi Dharamshi on YouTube and all our social media handles. Sorry, YouTube, Twitter or X, LinkedIn, etc. Ravi's spoken about 2 themes: mega trends, capital markets, and CDMO. Only those 2. But don't think of capital markets as only AMCs or brokers or wealth. Infrastructure players as well, and he's spoken about all of them. Very good thoughts. You should try and.
Speaking of infra, NSDL IPO is on the verge actually. They've gone and frozen all the shares. So there's a lock-in now for next 6 months from the date of allotment. So anyone who has the shares and they will not be able to sell.
Perfect. So
right?
Please watch that show.
And आपके लिए एक
So sorry. Valuations currently trades at 45 times plus trailing 12 months HDFC AMC and the 5-year average is sub 40.
Acha, Kumar has a
maybe
observation for you.
15%
Heightened media coverage is a counter signal for any stock or sector. Niraj doesn't portray himself as expert, but other channels are dishing out stock and index recommendations left, right, and center. That's why we love him.
But
So just like you take care of the stock that you buy, you take care of the media channel that you watch.
No, but okay. Just one last thing here. I think that would be true for most media. Sorry, I'm not. Again, I repeat, I'm not defending me or anybody else, but I think the media channel, maybe the media channels, everybody else would also try and cover what is at news. So if that works, by the for you as a contra indicator, then it's a great contra indicator for you. But all I'm saying is, I don't think.
But do your due diligence before investing.
Yeah, but thank you. If you like us, we are very happy. No complaint.
We will take that.
Very few people do.
Have a safe weekend. Have a safe weekend.
Have a great weekend. Yeah. No, optimism. Have a great weekend. And yeah.
Out of time, frankly.
Yes, we are
See
out of
you.
time.
Sorry.
Thanks.
See you guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.